Harry wants heaven again. And happy Halloween. At least it would be happy if I didn't watch this a while ago. I'm gonna rant on a movie from 2008, and that is Disaster Movie. So, the so called plot of this movie, and I'm using quotes because it barely has a plot, it doesn't really, is this kid named Will, and there's also this girl named Lisa, played by a Kardashian. Seriously, how are those girls famous again? They, experience an earthquake or something, and a bunch of these character parodies come, and I don't know, it barely has a plot. Why did I watch this year? Why? This movie, it's worse than Furry Vengeance. It's worse than The Princess and the Goblet. It's worse than Batman and Robin. It's worse than Drop Dead Fred. It's not as bad as Fred the movie, but still. What the heck? Why was this movie made? Oh yeah, because, people love movies, so they think probably a spoof of it could be funny. Now, I'm not saying spoof movies are a bad thing. There are a lot of good spoof movies out there. Airplane, Sausage Party, you name it. But this isn't even a movie. It's a thing. Like, there are a bunch of stupid scenes in this movie, and some of them are just pointless movie references. Like, a lot of the scenes don't really have any point. They're just there to shove in a movie reference. Like, there's this one scene where it shows parodies of Evan and Seth from Superbad trying to steal alcohol. Why? Because they had to put in a Superbad reference. Why don't I review Superbad instead of this? I'm gonna go review it instead. Oh, yeah, because you all love watching me rant, so I'm gonna have to continue ranting, aren't I? You know, I think I know how the directors of this movie, Jason Freiberg and Aaron Seltzer, I think I know how they write their movies. They just write a bunch of bad jokes on paper and boom, they got themselves a movie. Seriously, what is wrong with those two guys? They have the intelligence of two mental patients. No, scratch that. The mental patients are even smarter. Because seriously, those guys can't write, they can't direct, they can't produce, they can't create. They can't do anything. They failed their job at filmmaking. Who's paying for them? Who would even pay to see their movies? Even if they're making a penny, they're still making a profit. Unless, I could understand if you're paying like rocks or something for the movie, but money? Real money? I don't think even drunk people would find their movies fun. Even this is the only Jason Freiberg and Aaron Seltzer movie I've ever seen, but judging by this movie, I can tell all their other movies are crap. And I don't plan on watching Epic Movie, I don't plan on watching Date Movie, not Meet the Spartans, nothing. And there are other stupid scenes in this movie, like, there's a scene where, it shows Iron Man and a cow lands on him. Okay, that's not funny. And then it shows Hellboy, and a cow lands on him. That's not funny either. And then it shows the Incredible Hulk without pants. Okay, well, that's stupid. It's not funny, but hey, at least they didn't do the cow joke again. Oh, and there's one teeny little thing I forgot to mention. And then a cow lands on him. That's right. They used the same joke 3 times in a row. Not once, not twice, 3 times. Wow. They probably thought, oh, is this not funny? What if we do it again? Oh, it's not funny anymore? What if we do it one more time? You know, constantly repeating a joke does not make it funnier. Heck, it makes it even worse. Now, it's not like it's a running joke or anything. It happens in the exact same scene. 3 times in a row. And there's a scene at the end where it shows all the movie parody character parodies. They're singing about how they're dating each other. God, I can't believe I just said that. And then it shows Alvin and the Chipmunks singing, and then a cow lands on them. What is so funny about a cow landing on someone? I don't mind slapstick, I guess. It's not really my kind of humor, but I do think it's funny when it's well executed. But in this, it's not well executed at all. Oh yeah, and about that chipmunk scene, like, I used to find this scene funny when I was young, believe it or not. But now, it's stupid. Like, it shows where all the characters meet Alvin and the Chipmunks, and they're all happy, and then they turn demonic and they start attacking people. What's the joke? Is it because they're so cute it's funny to see them demonic? Is it just funny to see them attacking? What is the joke? Seriously, anyone who has a brain easily would not find any of this funny. Like, there's a joke in the beginning of the movie where it shows someone running away. My guess is probably he's running from the directors of this movie, and he runs into an American Gladiator spoof, and he has a fight with the gladiators. Did you find that funny? Did you? You didn't? Well, congratulations. You have a brain. I never want to watch this movie again. Never. It's not as bad as Fred the movie, like I said, but because that movie, even the first 10 seconds I couldn't stand of that movie, but this, it's still bad, and at least it had a bit of a budget, because it was a theatrically released movie. I mean, I understand they want to, Jason Freiberg and Eric Seltzer want to make this movie as cheap as possible, their movies cheap as possible, so they can make as much money as them possible, but seriously, couldn't you just make good jokes? I seriously regret every second I watched this movie. I never want to watch it again. It's an atrocious mess. It's officially now the second worst movie I ever seen. I wish it was never made. I I heard it was I don't know if it I don't know if this is true, but I heard it did terrible at the box office. But if it did, I'm very glad because it deserved to. It does not. It's not it because it's not as bad as Fred the movie, like I said, because at least this was released in theaters, so it had more of a budget. But Fred the movie, it's not even a movie; it's just a thing. Sorry, you had to saliva. Yeah, do not show this to your kids. Even though I know this movie is not really aimed towards kids, if you think this kids will find this movie funny, don't show this to your kids. It'll make them stupider. It'll probably rot their brain. It is definitely one of... Who would make something this bad and put it in movie theaters? Who would do such a thing? I wish this movie was never made. Period. Like I said, I regret everything. I don't know what made me watch this movie. It deserved a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes. It deserved every panning it got from critics. It is definitely an atrocious mess. It's a huge pile of crap. and it does not deserve to be seen by anyone. So, have a happy Halloween, everyone. Be safe and have a fun time, and never watch disaster movie. Later.